Hey, what is up, fellow raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about this special Fire Night tournament that is happening right now. And in this special tournament, you can only use champions from the Gaellen Pact, which is the Ogryn tribes, Lizardmen, Skinwalker, and Orcs. Now, I found it very difficult. I tried out a lot of teams, and in my group, in my tournament group, not a lot of people are getting points. So I'm thinking that they may have tried and failed, or they just don't want to participate in this because it is very difficult. You don't have access to Cold Heart or Allure. You can use Seer, but of course Seer needs a lot of setup, so I opted not to use her. I went with this team of Grush, Razin, Skull Crusher, Warlord, and Fane. And this was not my first team. I initially went with Grush, Razin, Skull Crusher, Draco, and I think I also put Steel Skull in there. Now that team was able to successfully finish this run, but on some of them Draco would die, and sometimes Draco would die during the waves, and that is because this is for Fire Knight 20, and Draco is the wrong affinity for Fire Knight 20. He is a magic affinity champion, so I had to get rid of him. Although in the fights that Draco was able to last until the boss fight and last until the end of the whole thing, he did the second most damage on my team after Grush. Yes, Grush is my number one damage dealer, but I'm not sure about this one because this is my first time to try this team, and it looks like it's doing well. I replaced Draco and Steel Skull with Warlord and Fane. Now, on a first look, Warlord doesn't seem to be a good fit here. He does have only a single hitter A1, but his A1 extends the debuffs on the enemy, so that's okay. He also has an A3 that reduces the turn meter of the boss. And I just wanted someone to help keep my entire team alive, and he is in shield gear, and also his A2 can put that shield on all of my champions. So yeah, I put him in there just to help my team beat this boss. But on the runs where Draco was defeated, I was still able to defeat the boss with 4 champions. So yeah, so Warlord is that one champion wherein you can sort of remove. Maybe you can put some sort of reviver like Broadmaw, Hofferys, yeah. So or Jorg from the orcs, yeah. But I can tell you that this tournament is a is a very difficult one, and you might want to check your group because maybe not a lot of players are participating in yours. Now, so let's go and take a look at my group and see how we're doing. Yeah, so it looks like there's only 4 players that are participating in our group, and it's already been 4 hours since the event started. I don't know if this is because they're busy with clan versus clan, or they're just not interested in this Fire Night tournament. But as you can see, we got some nice rewards here. The top 5 places get an ancient shard. The first place gets a void, and of course we have relentless gear on the top 5 places as well, an epic book on the second place. For the rewards here, they're not that great. You get some chickens, but if you see that your group is not really pushing hard for this tournament, you may want to go for it, and you may even just get some of these gems or energy right here. But yeah, I can tell you that this is a one of the more challenging tournaments that Plarium has started. So yeah, so that's my team right there. It took me a while to find the best team, and so far I think this is the most auto-friendly team that I have. Fane, I thought Fane was going to die without a having a reviver, but because she is the right affinity, she spirit, which is strong against force. She actually lasts quite a long time in the battle, and she did pretty well for me. Razin, of course, is an MVP here. Grush is excellent with that leech and heals, and of course Skull Crusher with that whole team counter attack, which does good work for the boss itself. When the shields are up, and also he has a heal reduction on his A1. It's only a 50% heal reduction, but it does some, or it helps some, and his A1 hits hard as well. So Warlord is that one champion that you can play around with in your rotation, and of course it depends on who you have on your roster. Not everyone has a Warlord. I was very lucky to pull him from a Void Shard. Yeah, that was a very happy day for myself, because he is very rare, being a Void legendary. So yeah, I even played around with Jareg, but Jareg, of course, is the wrong affinity, but he does keep your whole team alive. He has that decrease attack A1. Warlord also has this ally resist in all battles by 80% aura that I because none of my champions here had a dungeon aura or an all battle aura, so I was looking for a champion that had one, and I came across Warlord. I tried to use him and turned out okay. But yeah, you can replace him with a reviver. This is the team that worked out for me. A legendary that we all should have if you've been playing the game for a few months, because he is a permanent fusion in the game, and I have 3 epics here. One of them is free login reward. So I hope you have similar champions, and let me know how you're doing with this event, because myself, I'm a free-to-play player. I don't have excellent gear on these champion, but I managed to make it work, but it is quite challenging. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.